kids, he hugs adults. But I'm subbing in his class, 4 kids. They're like 4 adults, so it's just total cake. Nice, great job to do SDC elementary and stuff, pass good people and stuff. And the kids, he says, hey, I'm really glad you're here. And I say, yeah, I'm really glad you're here too. It's nice to be here with you. And he gives me a hug. And I said, oh, that's, I don't really like lean in, pat a kid on the head, finish their hug. And I'm like, oh, thank you. But he proceeds to want to hug me often. And I finally, after on the 4th hug, I'm like, let's try high fives. And I thought, it took me like 10 years later to pull a Carol Baird.
It's a good rule in general. Of course, special ed's a little different, but I have a firm rule of I don't touch the kids at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like after the debate tournament, if they win, they run up and hug you. It's like I'm not going to push the kid away or whatever. But yeah, I feel you, dog. Anyway, hi everybody. Today we're answering the unanswerable question: fist bump or high five. First, we're answering the question: is the question unanswerable? After that, we'll be answering the question. Okay, hey, you answered it in the wrong order, Isaiah Rude. You got to answer whether it's answerable first, and then give me the answer. Since you did it backwards, your answer is wrong. Simple truth. We have a typing on Tuesday, by the way. Hi, Zaylen Black. I emailed Anthrax. Well, that's why you didn't get the Anthrax, Isaiah. No email and Anthrax. And your Gmail address cannot be Isaiah@Rude. It's not even an email address. You need a .com or something at the end of it. You're doing it all wrong again, Isaiah Rude. Cameron, Isaiah Rude's doing it all wrong again.
Tell him to watch the Peacock videos. Oh, sure.
Okay.
Sharing Peacock video.
Cameron is sharing a Peacock video. Where are you sharing it, Cameron?
Right there in your comments.
You should share it in the live chat instead.
Where do I find that?
Oh, you know what? Let me find the video you want to share, and I'll share it because you probably can't post links.
Okay.
Okay, so where's your video? What's it called? Cam Moto is your channel.
It's called QIEWA space PT period space 3. Quiwa part 3. Probably just type in PT period 3. It'll probably be there.
Cam Moto. I found you. Here it is.
I'm trying to find the honey up there too.
That's right. Cameron's got a peacock riding a scooter. If you want to see
peacock.
My peacock riding a scooter. If you want to see something exciting, you can see that video link right there. So real live peacock riding a real live electric scooter and flipping somebody off for cutting them off.
Eating carbs.
Eating carbs, of course. You got to eat a lot of carbs.
Pooping a lot.
What we have here is the torso of a kitty. Right there. The question is answerable. The only unanswerable questions are the ones you don't ask. There's some serious wisdom in there, Isaiah Rude. Did you take your wisdom pills this morning? I think you might have.
Okay, I'm picturing if she doesn't move. Right about, can they stay right about like this? Does that look right? I don't know. She stayed though. That means she's like the bees. She didn't even sting me.
Good for you. You're one ahead of me then, Isaiah Rude. I didn't take any Adderall this morning, so I'm like operating at half kilter. Cameron and I went on a bicycle ride. We got some exercise. We spent an unnecessarily large amount of money at dinner.
Dude, I know. Holy shit.
How expensive did that turn out to be?
That's like 6 McDonald's. You know you're doing it right when that's what's going on.
Problem here is a little a little clocky. A little cloggy. Mm-hmm. I didn't. Just a spoonful of albuterol helps the medicine go down. In the most delightful way. Well established.
I think you could use some right
Yeah. Philosophical thinker. I'm going to accept your answer is correct. Another correct answer would be high five, and another correct answer would be fist bump. Any of those answers is correct, I think. So, if you're like, Eric, the problem with this picture, there's too much you and too little Regal Kitty. I can understand that and respect that. Now there's a little bit more Kitty in the frame. I think you're going to enjoy it more.
You should have a channel that's just called like cats and stuff. And I wonder, like, there may be a lot of people who would just tune in to watch my kitty. People are mad about cats.
Isaiah Rude, you got it right there, by the way. Correctness status did change upon answering the first time. This first answer reset the frame, so to speak, making it impossible for you to be right. It's not your fault. You're not alone. You need help. The first step is to admit you have a problem. Say, I have a problem with answering first. I'm addicted to it. I'll tell you what I'm addicted to. My beautiful, perfect girlfriend, Rachel. I miss her. She's so wonderful. She's so nice to me. Isaiah Rude, someday you will find the proper Rachel for you too. It wasn't that last one you tried out. You're going to find a different Rachel. But I'm sure there's a Rachel for you as well out there. The right Rachel. A Rachel who will really love you and respect you and treat you nicely. and whom you will really love and respect and treat nicely in return. Oh no, philosophical thinker, no, no, no. It turns out every question, every answer except Isaiah Rood's answer is correct for this question. Isaiah Rood, you may be 50 years old, you may be 30 Rachels in, but eventually you'll find the right Rachel for you. Remember, you're only allowed to date girls named Rachel. Obviously, you can't date mine, and there's no reason to date the one you already dated again. So that eliminates 2 Rachels. So you've got all the rest of the Rachels in the world to choose from. Yes, your answer was automatically correct because Isaiah Root's answer was automatically wrong. Ooh, you can, but I would say the likelihood of them being the right Rachel goes down precipitously. Like, I spelled how? Like Raychel, or maybe Rachil? I mean, who spells their name like that? Are they even really Rachels? No, that's not going to count. No, email anthrax. You can't cheat like that, okay? Email anthrax, of course, wants to cheat. That's Rochelle. That is not Rachel, mister. You're not fooling me with that nonsense. I know a difference between a Rochelle and a Rachel. Good evening, Octavia Silva. And Kitty says meow to you. I believe she says both meow and meow, which is pretty good. You got 2 meows out of her. You see her regalness, huh? Boy. Okay, email anthrax, that might work. That might be okay if you force her to change her name legally. The important thing is the forcing. If she voluntarily does it, it doesn't count. Right. Okay, well, she can't do it voluntarily. You got to force her. Now, you can presumably try to outsmart the slabs if you're that crazy, and you could pretend to force her to change her name. It might work. I don't know. Taking a big chance there, though. Big chance. Mostly that's what I'm saying. You're taking a big chance. I'm already predicting and answering all your questions, Isaiah Rood, before you can even ask them. What you could try to do, which might outsmart the slabs briefly, is force yourself to change her name. They might be confused by that. Rachel Lapalosa, you're still awake? My special precious bucket of angel dust? Not PCP, though. I'm talking about ground up angels.
They might have the same effect, though, as PCP. You never know.
They might, yes.
Some people like that.
Rachel is my beautiful, regal, girly pageant winner. Oh, my Rachel Lapalosa, so wonderful and good and true and just and fine and special. I love you with my heart. You know why she's awake? That's Cameron. Octavia Silva. That's Cameron. Did you think for a minute that it was Pee-Pee's voice?
I am a kitty. I will put my ears up and listen to everything.
Yeah, that's Pee-Pee. She doesn't agree with you about that. Oh, wait, that's a different answer. High five? Okay, if Rachel says it's high five, then the correct answer is high five. If Rachel says high five, obviously the correct answer is high five. So we can just eliminate any other conversation about it. The correct answer is high five. It turns out Isaiah Rood was right all along. Okay. Now, emailed anthrax, that's an excellent question. And the answer is yes, that's acceptable. Rachel, we're talking about how Isaiah Rood needs to find his correct Rachel in life. Obviously, he can't have my Rachel, and there's no point in trying the Rachel he's already had. That would be redundant. No point in repeating a Rachel. So he's eliminated 2 of the possible Rachels. Now, Email Anthrax wants to know if he dates somebody whose name is like Mary Sue Rachel, for example. Your last name is Rachel. Would that be okay? The answer is yes. Also, what if her middle name is Rachel? The answer is well, iffy. Rochelle, we've already eliminated Rachel. We've already eliminated Rochelle. Raquel, no, not acceptable. Okay. Who spells their name Rachel? Nobody spells their name Rachel. What if you dated a Rachel but she went by Shelley? That would be okay. If her first name officially was Rachel, but she went by her middle name Shelley, for example, that would be acceptable. She's still a Rachel. So, whatever it is, JDSFLKJFLKSJF for those Rachel. Well, there'd have to be a phonetic logic to it that is correct. So if you could find a common dialect in which those letters are pronounced that way phonetically, then they'll be acceptable. But if you're just making it up, then no. Like she can't be named hashtag YOLO and have it be pronounced Rachel. No.
What about that squiggle formerly known as Prince?
Prince, huh? Prince is not a Rachel.
He's not a Rachel, but he's a squiggle.
It's true.
Can you call him Prince, or do you call him? Could you really call someone the artist formerly known as and then a name? That seems pretty insane.
It's kind of a complicated name, right?
There's a kid at the elementary school named King Joseph. It's all one word: KINGJOSEPH.
King Joseph, huh?
King Joseph. What?
Okay, Email Anthrax, that's an excellent question. If her first name was Ray and she was a girl, it would probably be spelled R-E-Y. And in that case, I'm going to say, yes, that's acceptable. No, I don't, there's no such thing as really a translated name. Like, my name's Eric. It's not something else in some other language. It's just Eric. That might work. That workaround might work. Isaiah Rude. It might. But it's a lot of work. Kitty is chilling. Gizmo's chilling. What more can I say? Top billing.
That's what we is.
Got it. Good. If you understood, would you?
Forget the words.
Me too, Kim.
I got funk up my pants.
Yeah. Rachel. No, that's not close enough. No, that's deviating too much from the standard. Octavio Silva says hi to you, Cameron.
What's up, Octavio? I had my YouTube on a minute ago, but now I'm watching a video of the ISTJ stuff I did today.
A little fourth slot NE in the mix. What up, bitches and witches? It says Hambone. Which one am I? Am I a sassy bitch? Or am I a scary witch? You better watch your bad cauldron self, girl. I'm both. I'm a bitch. Octavio Silva says I'm a bitch. Yo, high five, says Cammoto. Cammoto in his house.
That's right, y'all.
Reknit Lacha Posolif.
I got a YouTube notice yesterday. Somebody put a comment on the video of my truck I took 5 years ago. It says, your truck sounds like crap. Negativos. Like it's funny. It's funny that people would actually reach out to be negative. I'm like, that actually gives me a little tickle in my cheeks. It makes me LOL that much.
Yeah. I am so glad to hear that, Hambone. Hambone downloaded my grammar book. Thank you, Hambone. I appreciate it.
Hey, this camera made me art. Yeah, the peacock thing, but let me see if
I've also showed before, and I will show again, the link to the potato video that he did all the drawings for.
I mean, I consider it art to put peacocks on my scooter, but that's not. I don't think that's the type of art that you could. Oh my God, this one. Yeah, this. I've got an Apple Watch commercial that I made. Let me see how I can.
Do you want to link it?
The courteous potato men politely sell potato skins as bears to wear upon the chins of everyone with cash to spend. Potato bears just.
Does that
Okay,
work?
don't text it. I won't get it that way.
Okay.
What should I search for?
I don't have it on YouTube. It's just like a 4-second awesome thing.
I don't know, Cameron. Might not be easy to get it to me. So there's Cameron's drawings are in that video there. You can see it. You see it there. Well, I have found that NTPs can learn grammar easily that way, in a way that they just can't learn grammar in any other way because it's not top down enough. Sentence diagramming gives you a clear engine by which grammar is understood. What is any given word doing in a given sentence? Yeah, she's was known as Captain Adorable Pants in some circles, or Regal Majesty of Wonder in some other circles, depending on who you ask. Anyway, Isaiah Root, Finding Your Rachel can be the title of your one-act play, Finding My Rachel. The whole majority of the first act can be all about how great Rachel and I are. And then the last little bit can be how you find a Rachel that's not quite as good as mine eventually. How about that? Does that sound like a great play for you? No, Eric, my Rachel's going to be even better than yours. Not possible, Isaiah Root. Not possible. I'm glad to hear it, Ambo. Thank you for saying so. That really means a lot to me, that somebody appreciates my grammar book. I appreciate that.
Okay, Eric, look up TWFP in Cammoto, and then you'll see my 4-second Apple Watch commercial.
Okay.
It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
Gem is truly outrageous.
Like a lot of amazing things. Cammoto TWFP. This one.
Yeah.
Apple Watch 1984 commercial?
Yep.
This looks exciting.
Yeah. I didn't even get out the Star Wars figure. I'm sure I've got better art than that, though.
Let me see what this is, Cameron. I haven't seen it.
New for 1984, it's the new Apple Watch.
I consider it art. What can I say?
I mean, I don't know what else you'd call it.
New for 1984, it's the new Apple Watch.
I'm sure
Feel
that's,
free to use that as a commercial for anything you like.
I'm sure that's some sort of copyright violation.
I'm thinking it is.
No, PP doesn't really bring me home dead creatures, is what you're talking about, which I appreciate, you know. Oh, good. Team CS Joseph's here. They're always full of intelligent things to say.
Oh, I don't know if these people have seen my film Neon Cactus.
Like that,
An
right
art
there.
film.
You know, lots of intelligent things to say. Well, PP's pretty. I don't know. She's a pretty good huntress. I know she used to hunt a lot of things in Laverne, but I think she mostly limits herself to lizards around here. I actually got a video earlier of the peacocks kind of bullying PP a little bit. Well, I don't blame him then, Isaiah Root. I don't blame him for taking those other cats' collars. All right. I need to smoke a cigarette. I'm going to ask the moderators to please keep an eye on Mr. Raghead there, who's probably up to no good. And I got to smoke a cigarillo, as they're known in France. Cigarillo, the tobacco tube of choice, as sometimes referred to. So when I was staying here, I had my special method where I would like pour boiling water into a water bottle. I'm actually going to do that, so don't put it in your sink. Got my method. It's okay to put it in the sink.
I've got I've got it all set up, so I just will not contribute to the sink grossness. It'll be perfect. This is my Kammoto method.
Oh, is that what that's for?
That's what that's for. It's not for rectal use, Eric.
That's crazy. No, I thought it was you were probably for funneling your ground up weed into bottles.
I have a separate one for that.
You have a separate one for that. Of course you do.
Of course I do. I wouldn't use this gross
How
one
silly
for
me. This is the ISTJ. Can I just show the rig here? I want to show you a projection of it. Where is it going on here? He's pouring his bong into a funnel that he has going into a water bottle in this container here to pour out his bong. Where his bong is insanely clean. He smokes, you know, he's not a half-hearted smoker.
I do the full pull.
My bong is much smokier than his bong, though.
I clean my bong virtually every time I use it. I mean, yeah, every time. A few times a day.
Me too.
So I did this like woodworking stuff and was, you know, chiseling wood and installing all these window latches and stuff for like the 16 hours or 15 hours or something the past couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Man, my body's beat. Like, it doesn't hurt. It just feels like I went to a gym and like worked out extremely hard. So it's not.
Does it feel like you've been playing Eye of the Tiger all day for a couple of days?
Yeah, I feel like I've been jogging, punching the sky, wearing a hoodie over my head, jogging through like Brooklyn,
Philadelphia.
Philly.
Philadelphia.
Black people are afraid of me.
Yeah. A lot of people say, "Go Rock, you can do it, Rocky."
That's right. I don't know. Do you feel if your muscles feel worked out? Do you feel like you're extra vivacious as a human being?
You know, I do feel better after a workout, but not right away, but like a little while later after. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When I worked out when I was 16, I didn't know like the frequency that one should work out. And so on the one hand, I had this like vanity thing where I thought I want to have larger muscles, but I wasn't going to be on the football team because there's no way I would like tolerate the people. So I went to the gym and I worked out with weights. And but this one week I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll just work out every day. And so I worked out hard every day. And by the end of the week, I got to this fatigue level where it felt like there were lead weights on my body, and I did learn after that I was specifically overtraining in a super retarded way, and I mean it's like all of a sudden having way more than major depression. It's like way harder than that. If you just work all your muscles out every day.
I like the way that you express your primacy of your SI frame, Cameron.
I see. That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
So I think we left it as Candace was gonna like contact you or something, or something.
Yeah, she's gonna check her schedule and follow up with me or something like that.
That's right. Perfect. Or I'll check in with you in a couple days, but or give her my number, or whatever works out.
I'm back. I'm back, Countess. I'm back and better than ever.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he wants his headphones back, because he typed Swift Eagle as ESTJ. All the chats where you insulted people got stealthily removed by the tube. What can I say?
All right, Senor, I think I'm gonna bid you adieu.
All right, Cameron. Really nice seeing you again. I appreciate times on the bike ride. Good suggestion. That was a really adventure.
It was a good adventure. Yeah, we'll do it, and we'll go to a cheaper place or take a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in our pocket.
Yeah.
All right. Catch you later.
Catch you later. Yeah, my burning on chemical ingestion was fine. Thank you for asking. It's been a full day. It's been a good day. You know, it's like, it's nice to see Cameron and hang out with him a bit. He's a great ISTJ. You really get the sense of like how nice it is to have ISTJs in your life when Cameron comes around. You could really hear the SI frame preference in the last set of comments about working out, right? It was like, you know, SI problems are way worse than FI problems, was basically his message. Which is funny. He's FI third though, so I get it. This is two things he's going to pair between. Cameron does all kinds of different things. He's an interesting guy. He repairs and sells like scooters and bicycles and stuff like that. He works as a substitute teacher. He house sits and does handiwork and stuff like that. I mean, I never really talked to the guy. I've only talked to him in typing, you know? I'm good. Well, that's fine. I'll get Spacey back his headphones. I don't mean to be keeping him. I've tried to get the gumption to do mail him on a couple of occasions. Something's come up, and you know. You know, I just think it's ridiculous that Tory would have the gall to say anything to me at all, frankly. Yeah, she looks pretty happy, doesn't she? She's got the full kitty straddle going on. My cat is not an ISFJ. Are you saying my cat's an ISFJ? my cat is nice. We're talking about Tori. Well, she just came in and said that Spacey wants his headphones back, which is fine. It's fair enough. She can have the headphones back. I just think it's ridiculous. It's like that she would not begin any conversation with some substantial retractions, and acknowledgments and whatever is Tori's an ISFJ, yeah. Like PP here is an ISFP. I changed topics to the cat. So I was confused. That's what happened there. Yeah, Katie is looking good, isn't she? She's looking sexy. Anyway. It doesn't really matter. Whatever. I'm not holding any grudges. I'm just saying, it's actually not that long because I have a much more recent example of her malfeasance, which is her text back and forth with Rachel when Rachel was having her episode, which were just awful, So, that's not so long ago. Well, I mean, I don't know if she's holding a grudge or not. I'm just saying she's done such sheer wickedness that I don't, it's like I find it just distasteful that you would even say anything without beginning with a bunch of retractions and acknowledgments and stuff, which she's not done any of. So, what time is it? It's 9 o'clock almost. It's 8:45. It's not really time for bed. It's getting time for bed, I guess. Well, it's just that there was an extension of her spite towards me well into December, into late December, and I've not heard any indication of her having learned a goddamn thing about anything, frankly. Despite her directing of unwarranted spite towards me, totally unjustified. Her trying to, well, yeah, it was about Rachel. Her trying to convey to Rachel that I'm somehow awful, and her just whatever, Oh, she left a comment on that string of us suing YouTube. Well, I don't deserve any hate speech. She obviously must not have. Was it negative? What an awful human being. She has no shame. She needs to experience some shame, It's like she's engaged in awfulness. If she doesn't want to be called out for it, she shouldn't engage in awfulness. It's that simple, I mean, I'm not holding any grudges. I'm not spending my time thinking about her. What I'm saying, it's appalling that she would even approach me without beginning with some acknowledgments, some apologies, some taking of responsibility for some things. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. So, she really shouldn't be speaking at all without doing that first. And Spacey knows this too. Spacey knows this too. And that's the big burden he's got is what to do about this reality. He countervalues an I, but the truth of it is plain as day. He's aware as anybody else that, so her persistent in hating one person may be impressive, but it's also a good sign that she's not a good person, Spacey's burdened with this fairly. I mean, I haven't seen any indication of anything but spite from her, frankly. That might not encompass her whole being or anything, but that's all I've seen. And Ghostwriter is correct. It's usually not very drama-y around here at all. As always. I mean, no, Countess, doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Spacey and I had a relationship before he ever arbitrarily decided to bring this person in, and I am therefore justified absolutely in having an opinion about it. For lots of reasons, am I justified in having an opinion about it. The thing is, I've been in good relationships, a good relationship, this one basically, and I've been in all kinds of bad relationships. So do not try to tell me that I cannot correctly assess the fact that Spacey's got a burden on his hands. And that burden is wickedness. It's spite, you know? I'm not going to tell lies. I'm not going to lie about this. That's what I've seen so far. I haven't seen any indication of the contrary. I haven't seen any willingness to be accountable. I haven't seen any effort to be accountable. Yeah, I mean, the bad ones are bad, Isaiah Rude. The bad ones force you to carry a bunch of burden on their behalf. I'm not being asked to carry any burdens for Rachel. I'm voluntarily, gladly taking on shared fights. We're on the same side of them. She's right, you know? I would be in a pickle for sure if I had to fight on Rachel's side and she were wrong. If Rachel were angrily, persistently wrong about something, and I just had to kind of bite my tongue and wouldn't work. And if there is ever an instance of somebody being entirely in the wrong about me, it's that woman. She couldn't be any wronger about me. The crazily wrong things she said about me are exactly couldn't be any wronger. Like that I'm misogynistic, that I don't like women, or that I treat them as either maids or sex objects. It's not true that I was somehow controlling Rachel and denying her. You know, it's like all this stuff is absolutely nonsense. That I denied Rachel any privacy, that I was snooping on her phone stuff. Complete nonsense. You know? Complete nonsense. None of it was true at all. Remotely. It's like the exact opposite is true. So, I mean, it's not a matter of he said, she said, hey, don't try to bring Spacey into this. Spacey's in it. He got himself in it when he got himself in a relationship with this woman. That's all there is to it. And the reason he's got a burden on his hands is because she's wrong. She's lying. I'm right. I'm telling the truth. It's like that. See, it's that simple. I don't know, Jake Hurwitz. Who knows what the hell YouTube's doing? I do not know. You know, the truth will come out because I am a truth speaker, and I'm not one to just sit back and hear people, you know, reduce things to anything other than correct side, incorrect side. I'm sure it will get a bunch of dislikes. The spite monkeys are out there. They're active. They hate me. They want to take down this channel. They want to do anything they can to hurt me. It's proof that they're bad people. It's how it goes. I'm not trying to control anybody. What's nonsense? I don't know what's nonsense. Well, they can follow along. They can come up with their own ideas somewhat, but they can't keep up in that regard. Rachel, did you just text me? If it's not you, I'm not going to bother checking my phone. Why do ESTJs think they're INTJs? I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I would say that to the extent that ESTJs think they're something other than ESTJs, well, when you're NI polar, it's difficult to understand what NI even is, you know? Right. I do want Rachel to be herself. I want her to do what she wants, be who she wants, be how she wants. I like her best in her most natural, comfortable state of being. And I think it's the case that she likes me best in the same way, you know? NI is like a lightning strike in my brain. I don't have any interest in controlling Rachel. I have interest in loving her, adoring her. You know, just everything about her makes my heart filled with gladness. It's a good observation, Isaiah Brood. You've got some pew in your pew, I would say. I wouldn't say you were wrong with that many G's, Isaiah Brood. You're being too hard on yourself. You're not that many G wrong. What does 8th slot do? Makes you poo. I'm going to end this live stream now because I want to say goodnight to Rachel in Google Hangouts. So good night, everybody. I'm about ready for bed too, or at least go inside and hang out with my dad for a little bit. But I want to say goodbye to Rachel real quickly. So don't go to sleep quite yet, okay, Rachel? Goodbye, everybody. Good night. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. And piggity pew.